Hi, I'm Nicole Sdao with Let's Thrive 360, where we've created an app called Ultra-Rise, which is a trademarked word that means to measure and verify one's volunteer opportunities. And we're really excited to be rolling this app out very soon in 2020. As a startup and an entrepreneur, I've had to do many pitches in different time frames and to different audiences. And so I'd like to share with you today some things I've learned and would have liked to have learned earlier. So hopefully we can save you some time and identify some things for yourself that as you're pitching your small business, whether it's to a customer or to the banker, that you've got a really clear vision of what you're pitching, what your message is, and how to do it. Be willing to be vulnerable, to be better. So one of the things that I did, I recently won a competition. It was a 90-second pitch competition for the Wisconsin Technology Council at their early stage symposium. And 90 seconds isn't long. They call it an elevator pitch for a reason. It's really quick. I decided to go to the local high school speech team class. And at my age, put myself in front of teenagers and let them give me the feedback. I can't see what I'm doing wrong. I mean, I'm thinking I'm looking great in the mirror, right? They're the ones there that are trying to do this and are learning intentionally right now. So I put myself in front of these teenagers, and they gave the most wonderful feedback. One, I say, let's thrive 360 too fast. I probably did it in the beginning of this even, that I didn't enunciate well enough. So I had to make sure I did that. Let's thrive 360. That I was talking too fast when I was getting too excited about a certain area of the pitch. And I forgot to smile when I got to the end of it. So all of this, I mean, I'm plainly honest, I felt kind of silly going to this high school class, but I knew I needed to be vulnerable if I wanted to get better. It's one thing to do your pitch in front of your friends and your spouse and such. It's another to do it in front of strangers that you're asking very intentionally to give you that feedback. So I highly recommend being that vulnerable. And it's a great experience for the kids in high school that are going through speech to help them understand that they're going to need this skill further on and to keep it up. So that was my second reason for specifically going there. So the other vulnerability that I did was I made sure I pitched in front. I did a first version, so it was crap, total crap. Pitch to a real investor, to a real VC, like that is been with his mentor me, and basically said it was crap. And like said, this is what you've got to do, this is what you've got to do, this is what you've got to do. If you can get your messaging down to 90 seconds with this is what you've got to include, here's the problem, here's the solution. You don't even, you say, you touch on why when solving it, but you can't go into the details because we're cost effective and we're getting it. Like, that's what they're supposed to be asking you later, right? And that's what you have to keep in mind is what are they going to ask you later? What can be asked later? Pricing can be asked later. Where you live and what your background is can be asked later. Like, all of that can be asked later. What's the problem? How are you solving it? Why is your way a better way? And that needs to stay brief. And then what's your ask? And again, super brief. You've been vulnerable after you've gotten this feedback. There is a difference between listening and processing the feedback. Listening means that you've kind of gotten that emotional. That didn't seem right. I think I did better than that. Processing means you've gotten past that, and now you're actually deciding whether or not it was good advice or bad advice. I was talking to a gentleman that was quite sure of himself, we'll just say it politely. And the one thing he did say, though, I handed him a business card and he said, I hate these, you've got to change these. And of course I thought, well, I shouldn't have done that. And then I realized he was right. So keep your emotion at check, that it's not personal. Like you're trying to win this. You're trying to, and whatever win means, you're trying to get your message across. You're trying to get that banker to give you the loan or whatever it is. You need to take that feedback and use it. That's why you took the step forward to be vulnerable in the first place, to be better. So don't just listen to it, process it, and decide how it best fits your goal, your end goal. Why are you in this position? Right? Very few people actually love to speak in public. I get nervous, absolutely. So why are you in this position? Are you in this position because you have a bigger dream? How important is that dream to you? It means you got to crush the fear of going out and talking and presenting. If it's really not your bag, then find somebody that can articulate it for you. It's too important. You're here for a purpose. God's got you doing this for a purpose. So if you're not the right communicator, find somebody else who is. It's too important. And that's fine. You gotta know your strengths. Again, it's that listening and processing piece, right? If there was no good feedback on your pitch and presentation, then you might need to find somebody else to do it on your team. And if you don't have a full team yet, then that's the first position you're looking for, is somebody that can do those public presentations for you. So these are my little tidbits that I've learned along the way. I'm looking forward to learning a lot more, because that's what this process is all about. I encourage you to share any of your tips here as well. I think that would be amazing to hear your feedback. And thank you again to Tailor-Made Solutions for allowing me a platform to share. And I think it's important for all of us entrepreneurs and startups to learn from one another and keep moving us forward as a group. So thanks again. Have a great day, guys. Bye. So again, the top 3 things that I've taken away thus far is, first, make yourself vulnerable so that you can be better. Next, with that, you've just made yourself vulnerable. Now process the information. Don't just listen. Process that feedback and understand how it works into your target goal. And then that leads into, of course, why are you in this position? Make sure your goals and your vision are lining up for why you're in this position of having to do a presentation to begin with, are all aligned. So again, thank you for your time, guys.